All right, welcome back to the Smoker Craft restoration. Working on, had a few hours to spare, so taking off the trolling motor and the anchor and this front panel right here. Just a couple screws holding it in. There's a control switch there. Using a 12 millimeter socket. Pretty much just open this up. Gonna redo the carpet on that since it's off. And there we go. Got into the gussets, or the guts of it all, I should say. And just taking off all the hardware bolts that are up in there. Gonna replace them with some stainless. They're using steel, so that's the plan here. And then we'll start recarpeting it. All right, so I'm working with a 1/2 inch aluminum strapping here. And even right here is a little pinched down, so I did have to pry it up. All right, and so I'm trying to cut back about 1/4 of an inch so I can tuck this under, get a nice tight seam. All right, let's see how it goes. So far, so good. Oh, and just right away, let me add this in right now. The first cuts I made were around the console up here. All right, so that got it to lay flat. All right, I got a bunch of blades and I got a fabric scissors, and it seems to be working. So let's see if we can get this thing tucked in and looking great, ready for glue. With a little push and pull and tuck, I pretty much got it ripple free. All right, now I was setting this up by myself. It's 16 feet long. It was hard, I'm not gonna lie, to do this by myself. Definitely have some friends to help you. All right, but I did have a ripple right by the console and then right here. All right, it stood about 2 inches tall. And what I had to do was actually pull back this edge, all right? So I had to pull this side back, I had to pull that side forward, and eventually it kind of sat right into the groove where it needed to. So tucking it in was pretty easy. I got about, I would say, at least a minimum of 1/4 inch in there. And really I just kind of used my hand underneath it and on top, and I just pushed it in, and it went in really great. So now I'm going to cut back here. As you can see, made another relief cut here, and I'm starting to get it closer to fit right in there. All right, so going through a lot of blades at this point because I'm scoring right along the aluminum. I did have to score a mark here right on the boat where I was cutting back the carpet. I'm not going to worry about that. I might take the polish wheel and clean it up. It's hard to see, I know, but you know, a little push and pull, nice and slow, little by little, and your boat carpet will look real nice. So here we go, continuing on. Started the trim back, and it is looking great. Right there, you got a little off track. I'm not gonna sweat it. I have plenty tucked under that if I want to pull it back and cut another strip, I could. All right, and I just might. But so important. Hard to see here. I'm gonna try to focus it. Nope, not gonna be able to. The blade already from that much has started rounded over because I'm scoring the aluminum underneath. All right, so time to switch blades. I was about 6 feet in, 10 more feet left. All right, so it's getting dark, and this turned out just fabulous. So I botched a couple cuts on the first pass, no big deal. What I did is I just pulled out a little bit from underneath the lip here on the starboard side, and over here is what I'm talking about, and just slowly recut and scored it all back, and it's pretty much flawless at this point. Couldn't be more stoked on it, and gonna glue it down next chance I get. All right, I'm gonna consider that 1/3 of the way done with the rail. Just a couple more pro tips here. When I was scoring this back, kind of pressing it down on the port side here to get this outer cut that doesn't have a lip, there's rivets in there, so there's no way I could have lifted it up and folded it under like this other side. One thing that was really important here was the angle of my blade. All right, so I didn't have my blade necessarily parallel with the strapping here. I actually had it turned in ever so slightly, maybe 10-15 degrees, and that really helped me press this blade against that rail, so I got a nice clean cut. So again, if you're going parallel, and I think I did over here, and it kind of like swerved in a little bit, just remember, just go slow, sharp blades. And also, I'm not holding the blade straight up and down like that. I had it at about a 45-degree angle. That seemed to work for me. And again, as I went back, all I did was, to finish it nice and tight, I just dragged it across just 3 inches, 4 inches at a time, clearing all the loose ends until it just ran nice and clean through there. So great project. This is going to be a great boat. It's going to be a great summer, and it's going to catch a lot of big muskies. Before work update, got the second side cut. Now what I did was I just kind of cut a big T here to slide through some wiring here for the lights. Again, looking down that, it's just looking crisp. Really even better than the other side, which was, I thought, hard to beat. Right here, couldn't get this panel off, so I had to kind of wedge it up and use a couple flathead screwdrivers and stuff, and that worked out. Again, right there, hardest part is just getting that first cut right around here. Looking great. And up here, just took the level and ran a straight cut, same with the other side. So this front piece lines up nice and straight. Now I'm just waiting for 3 days of no rain to glue it down.